Oh, good morning, afternoon, whatever you want to call it, brunch. We just wanted to give our thoughts on what's going on in Syria and just, you know, dealing with a lot. We're dealing with a lot. We're dealing with the American government once again. We just had finished this thing with the National Guards up in Standing Rock. The last days of Ochetti, the last stand, whatever you want to call it. We were up there, and we've been moving around ever since then. We went to D.C. We went from D.C. all the way to California, and we've been traveling, to raise awareness of what is going on in our country. And while this is all going on, they decided to move forward again, to go to Syria. And it's heartbreaking knowing that children are, not being considered in all these things. And that's what we experienced in Standing Rock. We're out there in the front lines. People were getting shot at. People were being maced, and there was children out there. And I feel like the only reason why we didn't get shot with live bullets, which it was getting to, it was going to get to that point. So don't get it twisted. Don't think that they were never going to use it. Their intentions were to use it. And they've taken one of our sister's eyes, Susie, an arm, and there's numerous of water protectors dealing with having a fight court. There was people waterboarded. These are things going on in our country by our own government, by a system that says it is built to protect us and give us freedom. Now, I seen what Chris Turley had to say this morning. I seen what Cash Jackson had to say this morning. You can be all for it. I understand your point of view. We're warriors of different paths. And I love you, brothers. But for me, I don't stand with the American government. I stand with my peoples. I stand with, the people that want to bring humanity back into this world. You can't keep reacting the way they want you to react. That only allows them to gain the control that they need to manipulate you. So when they tell you, oh, this is where we're going for this reason, with no questions asked, you'll go over there and be a patriot, and you won't know or be conscious of what you're doing. And Chris, you talked about the field that you're in. You said you didn't, you weren't in building computers. You're out there trained to kill. These are not my words, brother. These are yours. And I love you. But I need you to know the words that you're using. You are trained to kill, brother. Trained to kill. And that means by any cost. It doesn't matter if there's women and children. And I understand there's a lot of people out there that are extremists, are into religion that deep to where they believe that they have to kill others. But also, we got to look at both sides, because this is what we experienced in Standing Rock. We can only tell you our experience. We can only share with you what we've been through. Time and time again, they came and they said, this is all we want you to do, and we'll remove our forces. And never once did they honor anything through the whole thing. The only thing they've honored was their own intentions, which was to remove us. And it came by any cost. It was getting to the point where they had live ammunition on that last day. Live ammunition on your own citizens that you claim to represent us. We don't hide behind your laws. I don't. So I don't know what freedom that you speak of. You know, from the beginning of time, those laws never belonged to us. Those are laws that man made to control and build homes on, and, you know, stepping on the people on the way up and not acknowledging the love and the gratitude that the people gave you. So, you know, you could probably say that I live, you know, in the past, which is fine with me, because those are my ancestors. These are blood memory thoughts. These are things that we've endured, you know, and if you feel that you can't endure as a people, then you've already lost. Look at all the brothers and sisters that had to deal with this, that are still locked up to this day. They're enduring. We're out here. We should have the capability to endure with them. When you join these movements, you have to choose your way of life. That doesn't mean to hold on to it for a year or two. That means you have to choose your way of life. Because when you awake to this nasty world, this nasty government, this place that we feel should be better off, you know, it should be healing. It should not be, you know, being destroyed the way it is. It shouldn't be the way it is. It's going down little by little, and we are in a war, World War III. You know, we'll see what comes about it. You know, because everybody's real iffy. They're really on the fences on these because of the way the situation happened. They said the chemical warfare could have been staged, so the American government had to go in there, you know. And then you got people saying, well, you need to stand up for yourselves and we wouldn't have to go over there to kick ass. Well, we've been through that. We stood up for ourselves, and we still got, you know what I mean, we still got met with aggression, with hatred, with the intentions of killing us. For everybody that's out there that wasn't there in the front looking at these people's eyes, they wanted to kill you. They wanted to shoot you. And that's just the plain truth. Everybody that's been out there knows that their intentions were never to have understanding. Their intentions were never to have a middle ground. Their intentions was one thing only: to get that pipeline through and to reclaim what they think is their land, Army Corps land, you know, treaty land. That goes to show you, you know, that they don't honor none of their treaties. They don't honor none of their words. They don't honor their ancestors. They definitely don't honor their children, because where they're putting their children is at risk by doing the things they do. And they feel that this whole world is a possession. This world is not to possess. This world is here for our nourishment. This earth is here to keep us alive. you know, and we've neglected that. So we just want to sing a song, you know, to the people the innocent people that are enduring these things as of right now, as we've endured these things with our own government. We have fought with our own government, and we are still at war with our own government, and that's the truth. You know, it's not like it's something that is just to cry about, because it's not. This is our sacred lands. These are places where our chiefs, they were buried, you know, where our beautiful people, our grandmothers, the children that we've lost through these wars, you know. Look at Wounded Knee. I'm gonna keep telling you, because that was a massacre. When you think of these, you have to understand, this is truth. There's evidence of it, that they've done this, and they're going to keep doing this. But it's so easy for us to turn the blind eye, because as long as we don't allow it into our thoughts, we're not a part of it. As long as we don't allow it into our thoughts, we have no acknowledgement of it. As long as we don't acknowledge it, it doesn't exist. And so that's what they've been trying to do, you know. Oh, this was a long time ago. That was what our ancestors did to your ancestors. We're in a new day and age. What about what's going on now? Look at what you've done to us. You had no regrets. You even said that you were going to do everything you can to destroy us. As a sovereign nation, we still don't have sovereignty. You know, whoever feels that they have sovereignty because they live on a reservation is being manipulated too. They sell you these things, they dress it up really nice, they worded it really beautiful, and then they give you this piece of paper saying, well, if you sign that, you'll have freedom, you'll have benefits. But it's far from it. The whole thing is stacked in their favor. The cards are rigged. That's what people are not understanding. They feel that they have a real opinion that the government will listen to. We're a proven fact that they were not going to listen. We talk to them peacefully. We've engaged in wars throughout the years. We've tried to reason. We've given them love, understanding, forgiveness. Yet, it is not good. They want more and more. They will never be happy. And that's the difference between us and them, because we're happy at this very moment. Even though it's saddening times, even though we're dealing with so much harshness in this world, we're still a happy people, because we know that we have the respect and the love of our brothers and sisters. We understand what family means. We understand what real happiness means. You can never take that away from us, because the happiness that we embrace comes from our ceremonies, from our songs, from our prayers, from our connections. These are things that they'll never understand, and they're going to keep pushing forward and pushing forward, because they are searching for an identity that is not theirs. They're searching for an identity that is filled with dirty, lusty, you know, anything that you can think of that's ugly in this world, and they're searching for it. Because it's an addiction to them. It's an addiction to them to hurt the people. It's an addiction to them that they have to feel that they are better than another person. They have to feel that they're untouchable. They have to feel that way. But in reality, none of them has security. All of them are paranoid. All of them know that they cannot be humble. All of them know they can lie to their children. You know, they can say whatever they want. They're all empty words at the end of the day. This thing that's going on right now with this movement, you know, people are not understanding what this movement really is. This is not something that's stopping anytime soon. This has just begun. And the more and more you push, the more and more you're going to create resistance from your own people. And this is the people right here speaking with our hearts. We're speaking with our hearts because we've endured it. We've gone through it. And that might not be the most harsh war that people have been through, but it's one of the wars that took place with strictly prayer. Strictly prayer. And the system says, in God we trust. How do you connect to God? You pray, right? So if they can't honor their prayer, how can we trust them? You see what I'm saying? They have no honor in the things they say. They don't actually stand behind the words that they say. And the sad thing is, our chiefs were manipulated this way because we knew what honoring our word meant. With them, it's a game. It's a manipulation. You know, so they dress it up real nice and they offered our people food to be on these reservations. And as it got colder, the supplies got lower. They wanted more of the Lakota land. So what they did was they killed numerous of buffaloes, our food source, so we could give in and give them a home. And then when that wasn't good enough, they killed our women and their children in their camps. They came through and raided. They raped our women. They've killed our little children. And then they wanted to shame our warriors by hanging them in front of all of their people in their cities and their little towns. Look at the Dakota 38. If you think I'm lying, look it up. The proof's there. It's hard to face the truth sometimes, especially when you're not aware of what the system does, especially when you believe that the system is created for a greater good. But when you look at the system's history, the truth tells itself. Look at all the Navajo people that had to endure all the sickness from the coal mines, the Peabody coal mines. The Native people are my people. That's the people I come from. That's the blood that I carry within me. And as long as Manuelito's blood runs within me, I will always stand for my people. That's just fact. There's nothing that you can do to make me submit to you. You've locked me up in your cages. I've endured it. I've seen how ugly your workers are. I've seen how ugly that the system is. You say you send us away, you know, to rehabilitate us. There was no rehabilitation, nothing. And when we got out, same thing, there was nothing. It was just a way for you to go back in. And that's how they're destroying our people. They're encaging him. And they want you to have no thought process. Because as long as you don't have a thought process, you'll always accept the things they say that you are. You don't belong to yourself at that point. Because you've been beaten down by the system so much that you feel that the things they say to you are true. And we're dealing with this right now. They've distracted us with a Pepsi commercial. What a Pepsi commercial. And then by this Pepsi commercial, they insulted us. Which is fine. We've been insulted since day one. It's okay. We're okay with it. Because we understand your insults. It means absolutely nothing to us. You want us to react to a few words. It's okay. People do all the time. Look, we dealt with trolls through the whole thing with North Dakota. Calling us names, giving us death threats. Telling us that we shouldn't be here. Because we're dirty Indians. Oh, but you can enjoy our resources though, right? See what I'm saying? It's all got to coexist. It can't just be one way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got to connect. When this all started, everybody's like, the natives are crazy. It's a world issue. That's what we told you from the very beginning. It's a world issue. This is not an issue that is just happening in the States. You know, and it's sad, really, to think that the people in Syria think that we're all responsible for killing their children. When we didn't consent to that. We didn't, no, as a nation, as the first nation, we never said it was okay to shoot those missiles. We never said it was okay for you to send our children over there to fight a war. That's just what it is, you know. And you can take this message however you want it. But at the end of the day, look at the whole thing through humanity, through your eyes, and really feel and embrace and understand the time that we're in. I'm not here to start propaganda. I'm not here to start a frenzy of people being scared about, you know, revelations and all this. I don't preach none of that. I don't talk about none of that because there's no point in scaring people. There's no point in erupting something that's not there. The only thing we can do is acknowledge one another, start taking a stand where we're at, wherever we're at. You know, there's a lot of people dealing with a lot of situations in their community here in the States. There's a war going on within this with the States. And we have to stand in solidarity with our relatives as we have asked them when we were in Standing Rock. You had people that, there was actually a guy that came from Syria that we had talked to that was with Black Lives Matters. You know, there was a couple people that were not allowed to leave their country that showed up just to say, I support what you guys are doing, just to say I needed something from here to take back to my country because we're fighting with the same thing. You know, there was a couple of guys I had ran into while we were feeding the horses by Crow Creek, and that's what they said. They said, we need the most powerful medicine here. And I was like, why? You walk amongst it. And they're talking about, we have a war going on in our country, and we need something from here. That means they believed in our prayers. That means they believed what was going on there. That means they had to get something. They had to grab something from the place that they believe is holy, from the place that they believe the prayer strengths are. And they wanted to take that back to where they're from and fighting where they're fighting at. So how do we not know that our medicine is over there right now? We don't know. There was so many people that have gone through that camp that there's probably somebody over there holding on to some type of medicine that came out of that camp. The whole world was watching. You know, and we have to respect that, because those are our prayers that they're holding on to wherever they're at. Our spirits are protecting these people because they held on to it. They took something from the camp to help them in their fight against what they're fighting, because they're enduring what we're enduring, and they're saying, we understand you, we're hurting with you, we will stand with you. And at the end of the day, that's what it's going to take. We're going to need people to stand up. We're going to need people to really care about our futures, especially our children. So that's what I really got to say about Syria. You know, I could probably go into it more, but I feel like I'll just get frustrated, and I really don't want to, you know, because today's a beautiful day. Today's a blessed day. And I want you to enjoy these songs that our brother kicks. Orlando Cruz, you know, all he really wants to do is bring joy into people's hearts through his music, the same way I do with my tattooing. I just want to bring you love in whatever way possible that the Creator had given me. And if it's through words, if it's through ceremony, if it's through tattooing, if it's through songs, then it is a gift that we embrace from Creator to share it with you. So I'm going to leave it at that and have Orlando sing you a beautiful song.
Well, it's time to get back on the road. Thank you all for all you do for us as we travel. I a wonderful day. We'll be praying for you all while we're on the road, till we see you on our next live feed. Hey oh, hey oh, hey oh. Have a blessed day, everyone.
Oh. Hoje nós just want to say thank you and to watch over the people, you know, and to make it beautiful again. They're just small words of prayer, but they're very powerful, you know. And we have to understand that the words that we kick out to the world, you know, they're understood, they're manifested, and I just want to say thank you to everybody that's out there that's pure-hearted, that's understanding, that knows what's the truth, and that's not afraid, you know, that with what comes with it. And even though the road is going to get harder, I want you guys to know that I'll never stop praying for you guys, and that we are honored to stand up for the people that don't have a voice, the people that feel that they can't say nothing, you know. And it's important that we start supporting and loving one another unconditionally, and stop manipulating each other, people. There's way greater things going on right now, you know, than to chase a couple of pennies. So we thank you for everything, and we love you.